Hey guys, Chris McLean here, and today I want to talk around this concept of what we call a follow mechanic. And it's unfortunately it's not a new Twitter strategy. It's not an app for your phone that's going to allow you to follow celebrities. Um, this concept of follow mechanic is, look, it's going to be related to your business, but it's going to be related more to you. And who you are and how you show up in the world and how you make decisions and why you make decisions, which flows on from my previous video where I was asking you to question everything, and you can link back and check out that video. But this idea of follow mechanic is basically the concept of defaulting your beliefs to somebody else's conditioning, or just you believe something purely because it's part of your culture, it's part of your society, it's what your parents did, it's what your parents did, it's what everyone in your culture, everyone in your family, everyone in your country, religion, society, it's what they've done for generations, for millennia, just forever. And you've adopted that as your belief system, as your model of reality, as the way you show up in the world, as the thing that you believe, without actually questioning it, without asking, actually, why do I believe that? Why do I think that? Why is that part of my life? And it's really a massive concept, because a lot of people in the world, their beliefs are formed by these follow mechanics. They're formed purely because they were told by somebody else that this was a good thing to believe, or this was the right thing to believe, or this was the way to behave, or you should do things this way, or believe this thing. And it permeates culture, permeates society, permeates religion, massively religion, which obviously is a hot topic at the moment, but always. And it permeates those things because it's just the way it's always been done. Like the definition of culture is the way something's always been done in a certain part of the world or in a certain community. And same with religion. We believe these things because that's what we're taught. We're told that this is what's been written down, this is the correct way to do things. And that's great. There's great lessons to be learnt in all of that stuff, but if you look at the modern world, there's a lot of people that have ideas, that have concepts that they're stuck in, and cultural stereotypes and ways of being and ways of living that creates a disconnect, because they believe something simply because they've been told that's the thing to believe, rather than actually questioning, like, why the hell do I believe that? And I got this concept sort of came together for me. I was watching Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley. I was watching one of his keynotes the other day, and he really crystallized this concept really nicely. And for him, he was brought up as a Hindu, and as a Hindu, you can't eat meat, or you can't eat beef. You can eat goat, you can eat chicken, you can eat anything, but you can't eat beef. That's the belief. And he had that belief, but I think around age 8 or 9, quite young, he stopped for a minute and said, well, actually, why can't I eat beef? Why? And I think it was because a McDonald's opened and he saw the ad for the cheeseburger and he's like, fuck, I want to eat a cheeseburger, that looks amazing. But I'm Hindu, I can't eat beef. So he asked his mother, he said, as Hindus, I get that we can't eat beef, but why is that? Where does that come from? And his mother basically said, I don't know, look it up, find out for yourself. So he did. He went and researched, and he looked through encyclopedias, because the internet hadn't been invented yet. And he went through, and he went back, and he worked out that it was because there was a belief in Hindu society a long, long time ago that they idolized cows. They loved cows because they provided everything they needed. They provided milk. They could till the ground. They were useful. They could carry them around. They could carry equipment. And they were very useful to their society at that time. And that's why they couldn't fathom eating them, because they had goats and they had chickens and they had other things that they could consume for meat. So that's the belief. The belief was actually from a time and place when cows were really useful to that particular society. And he looked at his life and said, well, it's 1980 or whatever it was, and we don't own any cows, and cows aren't really a part of our life anymore. They're not tilling our soil, we're not feeding from their milk. So why do I have to have this belief? Why do I have to not eat beef? So he changed his mind. He looked into it, he changed his belief, and he went and ate cheeseburgers. And that, I heard that story, and it really crystallized this idea. And it's an idea that I've been kicking around in my own head for a long time. And it's like, why the fuck do we believe things just because somebody else said this is what you should believe? And that's 99.9999% of society. They believe shit just because somebody else told them that's what they should believe, or that's what they can't do. And whether, I don't want a religion bash, but organized religion is a massive reason for that. Because, people have said this is the way we do it, this is the doctrine, this is what you have to believe. And people blindly follow it without really questioning it. And that's also built into the teaching, is you're not allowed to question. If you question it, you're not part of the group anymore. So it's built into the doctrine not to ask questions. And that's why, religion's a really good example of it, because a lot of people are religious, a lot of people have religiously held belief. And it's kind of a furtive ground to ask why. Like, it's esoteric, nobody really knows. They're basing it off the fact that somebody wrote it down a while ago. Generations ago, thousands of years ago, somebody wrote it down. Their best guess at the time was do these things. But like the cows in the Hinduism, it's changed a lot. That's not the world we live in anymore. We don't... Why? So our world's changed, our technology's changed, we live different lives, we live in different countries, we have a very different world to the world that was inhabited at that time. So why are we still living by belief systems that we were living in back then? Think of your phone. Think of it in a technology perspective. I'm sure most of you have smartphones now, and when a new software update comes up, you update the software because you want to have the most relevant. Somebody's been working on it that knows what they're talking about. They've made it the best. It's optimal performance. It's going to give you the most effective usage. It's going to make your life better. It's going to make your phone work better. It's going to take better images. It's just going to be a better operating system. So we update our software. We update the hardware. We buy a new phone because it's got a better camera. It's got better sound. It's got better functions. It's got better features. Again, it's just better for our life. It makes our life better or easier or more efficient. But we don't do the same thing with our brains, do we? We don't update our own software. Our hardware's updated. Our cultures are updated. Our society's updated. We live in different places, but our software is still running on 2,000-year-old premises. Ideas and concepts from a long, long time ago when we were different people. And there's great ideas. I'm not saying don't believe in religion. Religion's amazing. There's lots of teachings in there. Cultures, societies have amazing stuff. But just because you're brought up under one of them, or you were told that you had to believe one of them, doesn't mean you can't change your mind. Doesn't mean you can't think about it logically and say, well, look, I'm in a different place and I'm in a different life. I'm in a different century, and some of this stuff doesn't work for me anymore, and I want to believe in this. And that's the freedom that you have as an individual, as a human being, is you can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I can say whatever I want to say. I can think whatever I want to think. That's my freedom. And that's all of our freedom. We don't have to stick down one path. For me, I was brought up in a Catholic Christian country in Australia. I went to a Catholic school. but doesn't mean I'm Christian. I don't have to practice that thing. I learnt some cool stories, and there was some nice stuff about being good to other people and being nice to each other. But I found more meaning in Buddhism. I found more meaning in other philosophies, in other religions, in other ideas. And my belief system is a combination of stuff. Now, I'm not Christian, I'm not Buddhist, I'm not anything. I've just got a combined view. I've got spiritual views. I've got views that I've picked up from different teachers. I've got views on business and life and on money and finance and how to be a good person and what to do in the world and what I'm passionate about. And I'm allowed to make those choices. And you're allowed to make those choices. You're allowed to decide what you want to believe in. Just because you were brought up Hindu or brought up Muslim or brought up Christian or live in that country, don't just take those things by default and not question them. And that's this idea that you question, ask why. Be like Vishen, ask why. Why can't I do that? Why do I have to believe that? Why is this better than that? And I guarantee you that 99.999% of religious people haven't read any other religious book. They haven't read another spiritual book. They've not done a Tony Robbins course. They've not listened to someone like Robin Sharma or our modern day teachers. They just believe what they've believed because that's what they're told to believe, and they're told not to go and look at any other options. So they just go, well, that's it. This is what I believe, without actually questioning it. And that's a big mistake. That's a really good way to live a really small, insignificant life, because you're ignorant of what's possible. And ignorance is what's killing our society. Ignorance breeds intolerance, breeds hatred, breeds anger, and it's for nothing. It's bred for bullshit rules and bullshit reasons that have no place in modern society. There's no reason to believe that stuff anymore. There's no reason to go to war just because some dude over there dresses differently and thinks something different to you. He believes that because that's what he was brought up with and it relates to him. It doesn't make his right and yours wrong, or his different, his clothes are weird and yours are the best because you decide to wear them. There's no right or wrong. We're just, each of us can make up our own minds, and it's all relative. But we're all allowed to have our own opinion. We're all allowed to make shit up as we go and change our minds. You're allowed to change your mind. You don't always have to be the same thing. You don't have to believe the same thing for your whole life. You can change what you believe in. You can change your model of reality. Read some books. Do some courses. There's so much information out there that to be stuck in a dogma, to be stuck in one particular way of viewing the world and thinking that you're correct, it's just, you don't need to do that. You don't even need to go to the library and dig through encyclopedias to find information. You just jump on Google and there's billions of bits of information. You can learn about new cultures. You can learn about different religions. I mean, hell, if you could be hardcore Christian and you go and read the Quran and go, there's some pretty good stuff. And you might take a bit of it. And then you might read some Buddhist books and go, that makes sense. It doesn't mean you have to adopt the whole thing. It doesn't mean you have to start wearing prayer beads and doing Buddhist meditation or praying 5 times a day like a Muslim. But you can take bits and pieces. You don't have to be any denomination. You don't have to be any particular type of person. You can be whatever you want to be. You can take your pick from all of the offerings of life. Take a bit of this, choose a bit of this. I believe a bit of Buddhism and a bit of Tony Robbins and a bit of Robin Sharma and a bit of Robert Kiyosaki and a bit of Christianity and this story that I read over here from this guy, and that becomes my belief system. And that's perfectly fine. And that's what I encourage you to do. I encourage you to ask questions. I encourage you to get to the heart of why are you believing something? Why, especially when you've got attention. Not attention, a tension. when there's a disconnect between what you believe and what your thoughts are and where you're headed with your life, and that's going to show up as disease, it's going to show up as headaches, it's going to show up as physical pain, emotional pain. If you feel shit every day, it's probably because you're doing something you don't want to do. If your body's constantly in pain, if you're constantly getting sick, if you're constantly at dis-ease, it's because shit's not right in your world. And that's when you need to start asking questions and not go, oh, well, it is what it is. No, fuck that. It's not what it is. Change it. Do some research. Change what you think. Change your job. Get a different career. If waking up and going to work every day, if your head's like, fuck, oh, I gotta deal with these assholes again, I gotta go through traffic, fucking hate my job, I hate my life, why am I doing this, this is killing me. If that's every day, that's a fucking shit life to live. Seriously, and that's most of the world. Not many people get to live their passion and do what they want to do, but guess what? You can do it. Doesn't mean you can't do it, it just means that there's only a smaller number of people are brave enough to cast off the shackles of what they've been told and go, fuck it, it's my life, I'm going to choose what I do, and I'm going to go down this untrodden path. I'm not going to just get a job because it's what my dad said that I should do or what my culture told me I should do. I'm going to go live in a different country because I want to go live over there. I'm going to adopt a new idea. I'm going to run my own business. I'm going to follow my passion. I'm going to live my dreams. Because I'm here for a finite time, as far as we know. I've got one time around, at least this time around, I've got one time that I'm going to be consciously aware of, and I want to make the most of it. So don't just do shit because you think that's all that's available to you. Because it's not. Everything is available to you all the time, and you can make any decision you want. You can choose a different story tomorrow. You can choose to do something different. You can wake up tomorrow and go, fuck it, I'm going to start a business. And I'm going to build this business over the next 6 months while I keep my job. And I'm building that business because I'm not passionate about what I do at work. I'm passionate about helping homeless people, feeding the world, ending world hunger, medicating AIDS, helping with the HIV/AIDS problem in Africa. That's what I want to change. That's what I'm passionate about. And I don't get to do that in my job. So how do I get to do that? I'll start a business that creates a platform that lets me get my voice out, that gives me some extra cash, that could become a full-blown, full-time business, that can fund my passion. And I can change my life, I can change my world, I can wake up every morning going, fuck yes, I get to do this every day. I get to live my passion every day. I get to go out, create positive change in the world today. I get to share my message with the world. Which is a realization that I've really just come to recently, like in the last few weeks. Like, I am passionate about the stuff I'm talking about right now, and this gets me going. This is a message that I need to share with the world. And I'm not the only person sharing it. There's a lot of people out there sharing similar ideas. But fuck it, this is what I believe in. This is what I'm passionate about. You need to know this. People need to know that there's another way. A 9-to-5 job, a life you hate, battling every day, feeling shit about your life because there's a tension between what you want, what you believe, what you've been told, living on somebody else's terms, doing what you're doing in your life because somebody else told you that's what you should be doing. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit way to live, and you don't have to live that way anymore. There's options out there. There's other things you can do other than what you're doing that are going to give you more pleasure. You're going to have purpose, you're going to have passion, and you're going to have an awesome life. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have fucking awesome lives. We're here to enjoy this shit. I mean, look, there's trees and sky and grass, and enjoy this stuff. Be outside. Do what you want to do in the world. Explore the grandeur of the world. Pick the pieces that you want. Pick a bit of this, pick a bit of that. Craft your own world. Make it what you want it to be. That's what you're here for. That's the meaning of life. If you want the meaning of life, that's it. That's the secret. Craft your own existence. Do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. With the caveat that do what you want to do and be a positive influence to the planet. Be a good person. I'm pretty sure every religion teaches that at its heart. Be a good person. Be good to other people. Follow your passion. Unleash your inner God. You are God stuff. You have that power. You are unlimited. You are literally stardust made conscious. You are bits of the universe that have come together to create the atoms that make up you. And you have this consciousness. And to use that, to shut that down just because you read a book once, to not question it, not question your own existence, question why, question how, question what, defeats the entire purpose of being alive on this planet. This is your journey, so make your choice. Make a decision. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up in the world? And if you want this as a business message, sort that shit out before you get a business going. I made that mistake. I ran a business just because I didn't want a job. And that was a great decision. But I was fucked up and my business got fucked up. Because I wasn't following my passion. And the more I realize that, the more I just want to go out and connect with my passion, shoot videos like this, spread my message, be who I am at my core, connect with myself, and hopefully connect with some of you. And a lot of you are probably going to go, fuck this guy, unsubscribe, never want to hear from you again. And that's fine. That's for you to decide. That's the whole point. It's up to you to go, this guy's full of shit, I'm going to find my own way. I'm going to ask another question. And if you do that and you're listening to this video and it pisses you off, good. Good. I'm glad it's pissed you off, because that's the start of something. That's the start of working out what you don't want. And working out what you don't want guides you to what you do want. And if this has made you think and it's made you question and you go, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And why should I listen to him? If you're listening to this now, it's 22 minutes into a video. If you're still listening, somewhere this makes sense. Somewhere inside your brain you're going, yeah, there's something to this, right? There's, why am I doing what I'm doing? There are questions to be asked. There's other options. Let me investigate that. Or if it's, this guy's full of shit, unsubscribe from my list, never hear from me again, awesome. Go find somebody who you connect with. Find somebody who you believe. Because that's the beauty of the world. There's somebody for everybody. And I'm not going to be for everybody, but I'm going to be for some of you. For some of you watching are going to go, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I like his sunglasses and his nice beard. I actually just had a haircut and a shave, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. But this isn't going to work for a lot of you. But for some of you it will. So those of you that are still here listening, this is the whole point. Ask questions. Why are you doing what you're doing? Get deep with it. Get emotional with it. If you've got an emotional disconnect between what you're doing and what you want to do, what is that gap? And how can you close it? You're not short on answers. The answers are out there. It's just a matter of finding them. The work is owning up to it, taking ownership and accountability and responsibility and saying, I feel shit. I don't feel good about this. That's your emotional guidance system saying, this is not right for you. If you want something else, that means that it's for you. Purely the fact it's in your brain that you want it, that means it's out there for you. All you have to do is work out that you want it and make the decision that you're going to go for it. Just decide. Make a decision. Create a new option for yourself. That's the work. And if you can do that work for yourself, your business is going to be fucking amazing, because you're going to attract people. And that's what the key of business is: get customers, and not just get people that are going to come and buy once. Get people that want to follow you because they've made a decision that they like you. They're following you, they're listening to you because they like you, they respect you, they're with you, they like you, they think like you, or they want to be in your position. They've seen what you're doing, they get that, they know they want that same thing, and you're there already. Whatever it is, if it's gardening, maybe you're the world's best gardener and you've got some amazing gardening tips, but you've never really told anybody. You go out and you start telling your gardening tips, people are going to go, fuck, this guy's got some killer gardening tips. This is amazing. I never thought I could trim twigs like that. Right? If that's your passion, that's going to be way more exciting than working a job that you hate for somebody else, building their business. So the business side of this, business is life, life is business. And that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys in these videos is, there's not a disconnect there. Your business is your life. How you show up and who you show up as in your business determines how your business works. You've got two people that start the same business and they have two very different results. One might be wildly successful, one might fail miserably. And it's because they had the same systems, same technology, same tools, same resources, same everything. But who they were, how they showed up in their business, who they showed up in their business as, determined their results. So do this work first. Do the heart work, do the head work, and the business will change. And if you do this work and you're in a job, I'm about 97% positive you're going to go, I'm going to start a business because this is fucking ridiculous. Why am I spending 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week working for this asshole when I could be putting that energy or less, that same energy, higher energy, more passion, more purpose into my own thing, living my dream, getting my message out to the world? That's what I want to be doing. I guarantee you, if you do this work and you do it properly and you ask questions, you're going to want to make some kind of change in your life, because that's where change comes from. It comes from working out where you are and where you want to be and going, oh, there's a gap there. And wherever there's a gap, there's an opportunity. There's a growth opportunity. And that's the purpose of life, is to find those opportunities and close those gaps. And those gaps never close. They're always changing. You're going to close one up and another one's going to open up. You close your business ones and your relationship will blow out. So that's the work of life. But you're never going to get there if you're not asking questions, if you're not consciously deciding to make new choices. That's what this world's for. That's what you're here for. That's why you've got consciousness. That's why you've got a brain. That's why this biometric thing has come together. That's why this biology's come into existence, so that you can have these physical experiences. And through those physical experiences, emotional experiences, you can decide to do something better. You can decide to move consciously through the world by making decisions, by following your heart, following your head, following your passions, doing what you want to do, creating your own world. And I know you can do it. Don't think, well, that's not for me. It is for you. It's exactly for you. You are a creative being. You're here on this earth to create change for yourself and for others. That's the beauty of it. The whole point of this existence is to create things, create a life, create ideas, share concepts, inspire other people, be bigger than yourself. At least that's my opinion. You may disagree, and that's fine. Good luck to you. But I guarantee you do this work, ask questions, follow where those questions lead you to, get the answers. You're going to change your world. You're going to have no other option but to change your life, change the way you think, change your preconceived concepts, make massive shifts. For some of you, you're going to make radical shifts in who you are, how you act, how you show up in the world, what you believe. I've seen it happen. So ask questions, be more awesome, decide you're going to be the most awesome version of you that you could possibly be. Work out what that means. Go find the resources and the tools to get you there. And you know what I can offer. You know how I can help you there. Help you create a platform, help you build a business, a sustainable, profitable business that gives you the life freedom to explore these types of ideas, and a platform that enables you to share your passions with the world. But go, ask questions, find answers, close those gaps. Lobster clap. And on that note, seriously, work out what you want to do in the world. You don't have to keep doing what you're doing just because you're doing it. You can make change. You can be bigger, better, more badass. And that's what I want for you. So go do it. Go be better, be bigger, be bolder, be more badass. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.